fought the fight, good fight. I have finished the race. I have kept the faith. Through his departure, few saddened, and his work unfinished. In our highest trust that he fought his fight with courage, led his race with commitment, and kept the faith with integrity. As a committee, we commit ourselves to ensuring that the project we began and its leadership will be completed, not only across the country, but in the Morua region. The consistency served with unwavering dedication. We honor him not only once, but in continuous service. May the Lord comfort his beloved wife, Naya, his children, his family, the Triggs community, and the whole of Kenya. Your Excellency and the Majority Leader, as a committee, we humbly request that as we put up various housing sectors in different parts of this nation, that one project is dedicated to his name, in memory of his name. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Vice Chair. Honorable Ndikiri is also the Vice Chair of the Housing Committee and also the Vice Chair of the Harbour Committee. I'll be very short before I hand it over to the Majority Leader. First and foremost, I want to say very young, very spirited, very focused, and more importantly, a very dedicated leader. Ngeno himself, immediately when he came in, was very good in whatever he was doing because he was a go-getter. Whatever many people are describing him here, he actually did for his people, whatever he did. The issues that he raised every other time, and because he was my friend, he would raise issues concerning land. In my county, the same things are there. And every time when I was issuing title deeds, Ngeno asked me, how are you doing it? How can we make sure that our people get settled? And in some instances, he was asking how can the people of everybody give and the larger region of Southern also have the same issues of land. I want to say, Johanna Ngeno was a very great person. For those of us who served in the 11th, the 12th, and the 13th Parliament, you knew he came in through Kenya Social Congress, he came back to Kano, and I remember But he stood with it. He moved across the slums and the houses that were constructed. He was the face of the housing projects. And if there was anybody who believed in Singapore, it was Ngeno. And we saw the skyline changing. You look at Kibera, you look at all the major cities in this country. Ngeno gave us what the president was yearning for. The housing of this nation, the shelter for the people, and making sure that Kenyans are going to sleep and stay in safe houses. So, to have a good house is not a privilege. It is not a privilege. It is a right enshrined in the constitution of this country. So I want to say that we've lost a great man, we've lost a person who was fighting for his people, we lost a person who actually loved art. Last December, I think Mandago and many of us in Eldoret, he actually brought a very big feast where we celebrated artists of all categories. Did they photographers, did they musicians, did they MCs, and every time within our region, when an MC or an artist has a function, Ngeno showed himself with support, with a team, and he perished in his talent of going to support the artist from Eldoret, Kim. He visited everyone's constituency. I don't think there's any constituency within that particular vast region where Ngeno didn't visit. He came to Children many times. I went to Murwadigi many times. We even went, there's a leadership from that region to his home and had a lunch. People of Murwadigi, people of Kenya, we've lost a great person. I want to say, as I part, that the way the Kiri said, let us remember Ngeno. The PS and the CS are able to do that. And we remember many Kenyans even in our street names and many other things. He deserves that. Otherwise, I want to say thank you so much, government. I want to single out the flag for what he did by getting the bodies all the way from the bush, all the lifting the families from Eldoret to Nairobi. And we made a decision as a committee, and I want to thank the Speaker and the Clerk of the House, that we are not going to separate these people in death. We are not going to give class. We brought all these bodies to live in our home. We brought, and the government accepted to pay for them. We are not going to say this is a member of parliament, this is who. We said, in life and in death, we are human. And that is what I want to thank the Minister for Interior, the government, and everyone else who accepted the decision of the committee. We shall do this mass all of them. The government have accepted to pay the bills, and I want to thank you for that. And as we proceed for tomorrow and to the interment on Friday, we are going to treat this as one. And tomorrow, I want to say that we shall be lifting the bodies from Wilson all the way to Murwadigi, so that we'll allow the community to talk and to be able to appreciate and give tribute to Ngeno and the team for the whole, most of the day tomorrow. So that on Friday, because of the weather and the way the leadership will be there, we'll be able to have enough time to actually allow any other leaders to talk on Friday and give him a befitting send-off. I decided to tell you that because I know the family of the pilot have a separate program, but as a committee, another committee appointed by the Speaker, we shall support you and make sure that we clear that particular program all through. They are yet to give us a date, the burial date, but most of the Ngeno and the team will be buried on Friday. And there's one young man who is from, what do you call him? Bomet, from Silibwet, is it? Yes, he will be buried on Saturday. But all that, we are going to make sure that everything runs smoothly and it will actually come to a conclusion. Thank you so much, the House. Thank you so much, the government, for the good work you've done. May the soul of Ngeno and the spirit reign supreme as we move on. Thank you. Let me invite the Majority Leader to proceed with the program.
brothers, Nick, Amos, Captain George, Wesley, my good friend Carlos, my brother Ishmael. Before I say something, I wanted to invite on stage the clerk to the National Assembly. I could not see where we are seated. No, he's coming. And the PS housing, if he's in the church, to just say one word before we proceed. And I'll ask all members of parliament who are here. I will invite our whip, who will come and lead us in a song, so that we all participate in passing on condolences to these families. Clerk.
Families of our distinguished comrades, all the seats, Your Excellency the President, honorable speakers, governors present, members of Parliament, good afternoon. Mine is simply to say honor to their families and thank you for allowing us to bury and to celebrate all these great men together, because it took you to accept that. And honorable members, we realize that all these men were breadwinners in their families, were largely the hope of their families. And I can see that from the faces of those who are speaking earlier. Do not worry about you. Have faith, because God is going to give you another provider from amongst you. That Mwalimu was going, or was the only breadwinner, the hope of the family. Don't worry. God took you. God is going to give you another breadwinner, another hope from amongst you. He has a way of doing this. Honorable members, on Monday, when I was reviewing what we call the division list of the House, which is something we do every Monday, it became apparent to me that life is so free that I have to delete the name of member number 52 from the division list. And that immediately today, in my division list, it stays vacant. We have failed.
The markets for Bomet and for Kericho went to one very lazy contractor. Now, when you have a cluster of 3 markets in one county and you have a lazy contractor, you have a big problem because it is at end. So the chairman one day called me and he said, Hinga, unajua, yule contractor is very lazy. You can't have 6 markets stored in that backyard na kwetu. Sasa wale wanasema tuko na shida na wakipsikisi. Na ukicheza wataanza kusema unadharau wakipsikisi. Nikamwambia chairman, mimi siwezi dharau wakipsikisi kwa sababu ni tantamount kusema pia mimi ni dharau watoto wangu. Akasema wote mimi. Nikamwambia mimi nimeoa mkipsikisi. So chairman akanyamaza, akaniambia jina ya your father-in-law ni gani? Nikamwambia anaitwa Kibet. Akamaliza hiyo story. Akaita wale few members ambao walikuwa wametoka huko Bomet na Kericho. Tukakuwa na mkutano, a few of them. In the meeting, akasema, mnajua huyu jamaa? Akasema, of course, tunamjua ni PS. Mnajua jina yake? Akasema, huyu si Hinga. Akasema, hapana. Huyu jamaa jina yake ni Charles Kibet. Akasema, wakauliza, anaitwa Kibet kwa nini? Akasema, aniambia wewe Hinga kutoka leo ili upendekeze kwa hao watu wewe ni kipsikisi kwa sababu umeoa watu wetu. So he had a great sense of humor. So I will just say to Naila and the young children and your family, poleni sana. I just can't imagine the grief that